Hello, boys and girls. We are on page 35, lesson 6, problem set. The first question asks you to find the total volume of the figures and record your solutions strategy. So they're asking you to solve for the equation and to give your answer. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I notice that there are two rectangular prisms together. So this tells me that the height right here is 5 centimeters and 5 centimeters. To make this easier, I'm going to add these two heights together so that I can figure out what the answer is for the whole entire thing. So I added 5 plus 5 to get 10 centimeters. So my volume, I'm going to multiply all of these numbers together. Not the 5 and the 5 because I added those together ready to get 10. So I'm multiplying 14 centimeters times 10 centimeters times 3 centimeters in order to get my answer. So now it asks me, what is my solution strategy? What they're asking you to do is to explain. So when I explain something, I'm going to write in a sentence. So I'm going to explain what I did, but I'm going to solve for this first. I know that 14 times 10 is going to give me 140 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to write that and show you guys how I did that. 14 times 10. I know that I can bring down the 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. I get 140. And then I'm going to multiply times 3 centimeters. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. So I get 420 as my answer. So my answer is 420 centimeters cubed. Okay, so I combined the two heights and then multiplied. Now, for problem B, I'll draw a line so that it's easier for you guys to see that it's separate. For problem B, I'm looking at my problem again. And what I can do is I can find first the volume for A for this rectangular prism, and then I can find my rectangular prism for B. So I'm going to label this as A and this one as B so that you guys know which rectangle I'm solving for, or rectangular prism I'm solving for. So for A, the volume of A is going to be, I'm multiplying, it looks like, 7 inches times 3 inches. And then I need to solve for this one right here for the width. So the width right here would be considered 4 inches because they already have the width right here is going to be the same as the width right here, which is 4 inches, okay? So I'm going to multiply 7 inches times 3 inches times 4 inches, okay? And I'm going to show you what that looks like. I know that 7 times 3 is equal to 21, and 21 times 4 is how I'm going to find the volume. I know that 4 times 1 is equal to 4, and 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So I get 84 as my final answer, inches cubed, for this one right here. This is for volume A, okay? Now I'm going to do volume B. For volume B, I'm going to multiply the numbers I have. So I have 15 inches, which is the one right here, and I'm multiplying times 4 inches, which is right here, the width, and I'm multiplying times my last one, which is 6 inches. Okay? Now, First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these two numbers right here. I have 15 and 4. I know that 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 60. Once I get 60, I'm going to multiply times 6. 0 times 6 is 0, and 6 times 6 is equal to 36. So my final answer is 360 inches cubed. Now, right here, they want me to find what I did in order to find the volume for the whole entire thing. So in order to find the whole entire thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 84 inches, which is this number right here. Volume is equal to 84 inches. And I'm multiplying that by 360 inches. And that is going to give me my final answer. So, oh, sorry, not multiply. I meant to add. When I add those two numbers together, I'm going to get the volume for both of the rectangular prisms. Okay, so I'm going to add 84 plus 360. Okay, I know that 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. 6 plus 8 is 14. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I get my final answer of 444 inches cubed. I almost forgot my cubes right here. So my answer is 444 inches cubed. Okay, now they're asking me what is my solution strategy, meaning what did I do in order to find my answer. So the first thing I did was I multiplied I found the volume for A and then B. Afterwards, whoops, spelled after wrong. Afterwards, I added A and B together. Okay, now I'm going to move on to problem C. Problem C is very similar to problem B earlier, so same thing. I'm going to find the volume for each of them, and then I'm going to add it together. So this is going to be for that. I'm going to label that as A, and I'm going to label this one as B, so that you guys can see what I'm calculating for, and it's not confusing. So for volume A, okay, I am going to be multiplying 4 and 3, because this one right here is the same. They are equivalent to each other, so this is 3 centimeters. So multiplying 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters times, and I believe this is going to be, we have 4, we have 2, and then we need to find, so we have height, we have width, now we need to find how long A is right here. So that is also going to be considered 4, because I know that 10 minus 6 is equal to 4, and this one they labeled it as 6. So that's where I get 4 from. 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 4 is going to give me my answer of 48 centimeters cubed. Okay? So that's for the first little, this kind of looks like a, oh, I guess it's still considered rectangular prism because it's a little longer and the sides are different. So this is for the smaller rectangular prism, and then now I'm going to solve for the longer rectangular prism. For that one, I'm going to put volume B, and I'm going to be multiplying 10 centimeters, which is this one right here, times 3 centimeters, which is right here. I'm not including centimeters right now because I don't want to lose any more space than what I have, so that's what I'm adding it to the end. 3 centimeters times 2 centimeters. I know that 10 times 3 is going to be 30, and 30 times 2 is going to give me 60, because when I multiply 3 times 2, I get 6, and then I add my 0. So I get 60 centimeters cubed as my final answer. Now it's asking me to combine these two together, so I'm going to add. I'm going to add 60 centimeters cubed plus 48 centimeters cubed, and that's where I'm getting that from, and this is where I'm getting this number from, in order to get my final answer for the entire rectangular prism, and that is going to be 108 centimeters cubed. Okay, now the solution. What they're asking you to do is to explain what you did in order to figure out your answer. So the first thing I did was I subtracted 10 minus 6. So I subtracted these two numbers right here, 10 minus 6, in order to figure out what this was right here, which I found out was equal to 4. Okay, to get 4 centimeters. Then I multiplied 4 times 3 times 4 to get 48 centimeters cubed. Then I multiplied 10 times 3 times 2 to get 60 centimeters cubed. And then I added A and B to get 108 centimeters cubed.